So basically, I'm a businessman, but at the same time, I'm a fitness consultant. So I put those two hats. So in regards to fitness, I've invested in a gym which is in Eastlands, and at the same time, to make sure that there is a client retention, I decided to venture into the supplements so that I'm able to make sure that people who are investing in this active or fitness lifestyle, they're able to get value through either improving the quality of their workouts or being able to accelerate the pace and get to the results and, get value for their time and money at the same time.
So what is the benefit if I want to use supplement? What is the benefit of supplement?
So basically supplements, I say they're not for everyone. It depends with somebody's goal, and if anything, if somebody is not able to get some elements of food, let's say from the micronutrients or the macronutrients from food. So usually say anybody who is active or anyone who's in the gym and you're training with a very high intensity, it means you need to match it up with your nutritional intake. So when it comes to now the supplements, it boils down to every individual, because people have different goals, people have different body types. So, and also people have different fitness level. Some people are beginners, others are intermediate, others are advanced. So it means when it comes to now recommending the ideal supplement for every individual, we look at those classes.
So can someone who train in lifestyle can use supplement?
Sorry?
Someone who is training in lifestyle.
Yes.
Not a bodybuilder, just for lifestyle. Can you supplement?
Yes, you can.
Why?
Why? Because just like I said, when you want to improve the quality of your workout, because you see, you could be exercising. When you're exercising, there's also tear and wear of the muscle tissues. So the muscles need to recover. So you might be eating food, but you could be getting a deficit. You're not getting enough. So to be able to match your nutritional requirements to allow you to reduce the inflammation of the muscle, so that your muscles are able to recover well, to allow you to be able to train with a good intensity, or rather consistency, for you to be able to train with good consistency. That's when other supplements can come in.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been in fitness since the late 90s, 1999. Personally, that's when my fitness journey began, but I've invested in the fitness space since around 2002, thereabout, where I started with the gym. Then from there, I was able to now grow the numbers in the gym through selling the supplements in scoops, but it wasn't really commercial, no profit. So it's only that now once people got to know the value of these products, and I started getting inquiries from outside my gym, and then that's why I decided to put a small margin and now get the gospel out and push the products to people who really need these products.
So what is the biggest motivation put you and start making, like, you want to do this as a business?
My biggest motivation is for people to because people get into this space with various reasons. Some people are recommended to go to the gym by doctors. Others are recommended to go to the gym probably by their managers. Now this is when it comes to now the professional athletes. And then we also have people who are just basically wanting to improve their aesthetics, just to boost their confidence, to boost their self-esteem, things like that. So for me, I just want to make sure anybody who is working out, they're able to get value for their time, value for their money, so that we try and make sure that we promote health and wellness now through either the fitness or through sports.
So what is the big reason, like what's the big mistake people make when they come to lose weight?
When you say the biggest, you see people have different weaknesses. For some people, I would say is mostly dietary. People go to the gym, and the fact that they exercise, they know that they are burning the calories, so they should be losing the weight. But they forget that whatever you're putting in is what you're burning in the gym. So if you're not keen with how you're eating, chances are you could be exercising in vain. So as much as you could be exercising, you could also be using supplements that can help you lose weight. If your diet is off, then chances are you might not get value for your time. You might not get the results. So that's why we always say that you can never out-train a bad diet.
So let's talk about supplement. What is the best supplement someone who wants to lose weight? can use?
For that now, I usually say there's no best, because it's dependent on every individual. Because when I give advice, it's customized to every individual. There's somebody who wants to lose 2 kilos. There's somebody who wants to lose 5 kilos, and there's a beginner. There's just like I say, there's an intermediate, and there's somebody who's an advanced. And then at the same time, we've got people who've got a history of using supplements. So if you're used to using strong, potent products, then when you come to me, the best will be something high end. But if you're walking in as a beginner, you've got no experience with supplements, then the best product could be something that is on the low end, but of course something effective. So that's why I usually say there's nothing that is the best. So it depends with every individual. So, and then also we do body assessments. So depending on how, your body type, depending on how your metabolism is, now we're able to now recommend a product that is fit for you.
Let's say I want to lose fat and I want to build the muscle at the same time. It's possible.
Now it depends with where you are on the scale. If you're on the extreme end where you say your body is storing a lot of fat, then chances are you might decide to implement one phase so that you lose faster. You can decide you want a weight loss program so that you lose most of the fat weight, and then now from there now adopt a bulking phase where you're trying to regain some of the muscle which you might have lost during the loss. But if you're on the scale where you have some fat but you're not badly off, then it's more or less like you're also toning and conditioning. So the changes might appear slow, but in real sense, you're losing fat as you're gaining weight. So your scale might not be changing, or if it's changing, the scale might be showing a negligible difference. But in terms of composition, you're adding muscle and you're lowering body fat.
Let's take that, because you find people that go to the gym. You find someone start going to the gym. Let's example, I was 90, and in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm at, let's say 91 and 203. What's the cause?
You're 90, and then
I was 90 when I started working out, and my goal was to lose weight. And suddenly, I just find myself I'm 91, 92, and I was expecting to lose weight. What's the mistake?
When come, you see now, I can't say there's a mistake per se, because it depends with the person who is presenting the case. Because you see, right now that's a blanket statement.
Okay.
Somebody could be gaining weight either because they've not corrected their diet. Somebody could be gaining weight because chances are they're lifting a lot of heavy weight, so they're building muscle. So now you might experience now that weight gain because now they're actually gaining muscle mass. So you can't say that to everyone who's on a weight loss journey but they're gaining weight is because of weight lifting, and you can't say it's because of the diet. It depends.
So what's the best diet when it comes to that? What's the best diet someone can use
for fat loss?
Yeah, for fat
basically
loss.
Going on a calorie deficit.
And there's people they don't know about calorie deficit. Can you explain that?
So at the end of the day, you see, we need energy for sustenance. Organs are working, your skeletal muscles are active when you're moving around. So depending on your lean, which is now the weight of your organs and your skeletal muscles, that is what now dictates how much calories your body burns at rest. Then to top up to that, there's also active metabolism, which is now the amount of calories that your body would need for maintenance, which are basically would always be fluctuating depending on how you spend the day. So now your maintenance calories, now that is what you look at and eat less. So once you're eating less from your maintenance calories, now that's when you say you're on a deficit.
Yes. So let's say I'm eating less, but let's example, there's someone who is I'm doing this example from one of my friend. That person is eating only 1 meal per day and is working out. But if you look at the schedule, is not losing weight, just maintaining the same. What's the problem?
So for some, if you've been on a weight loss journey for too long, then chances are you will hit a plateau. And it's hard for you to go past that plateau, because also the brain is on a mechanism where it's trying to defend the body. It's seeing that you're breaking down. So there's a conscious, subconscious. Conscious is where now you want to lose the weight, but your subconscious mind is working towards protecting the body. So you'll always get to that point that you will be hitting a plateau. For some, there's something we call a starvation mode, where now your body now prioritizes on storage, regardless of having one meal. So that little meal is just like when you live in an let's say an estate where there is water rationing. So what happens is that you will create a mechanism where the day that you'll be getting water, you want to store so that you're able to utilize the water on the phases that you don't have the tap water or water running in your taps. So now on event, you are eating less. Chances are your brain might pick that mechanism where your body sees there is the need to store so that you get the energy to sustain your organs during the period you're not eating, during your fast. So that happens to some of the people. And then for some others, we say they develop a metabolic damage where you're on a deficit, but your brain is not responsive enough to make you lose weight. And for some others, it's purely hormonal. Because some people focus on diet, some people focus on exercise, but at the same time, it's how your brain is set up, how your brain is coordinating with hormones. So if you have an issue with hormones, then chances are you might be on a certain program, be it bulking or cutting, but you're doing the right things, but your body is not responsive. You're not moving as fast, or your body has just plateaued. You're not seeing any change.
So if you someone say someone's coming for you and say, I want you to give me the program, I want to lose fat, and about exercise, how many times are supposed to eat per day?
And now you see, that's why I'm trying to correct you. When somebody walks in, we first have to now understand them. That's why we do consultation. Consultation is to be able to understand, get the history from the client, identify what could be what could be affecting the client. Because some people, their diet is good, but now you see, if you say you need to be eating on a deficit, they're already eating in a deficit. So that's why it's good to have a series of questions so that you're able to now understand what could be ailing them. Some people, it's stress. Some people put on weight because of stress. So you could be busy hammering them with diet, but the problem is different. So you need to be addressing the stress factor, which could be now leading to things like even lack of sleep, lack of appetite. The hormones are not responsive. So that's what you need to address. For some people now it's the diet. So now you need to look, how are you eating? What part of the day are you active versus how are you eating? Are you eating more at the part of the day when you're active, or are you eating more at the part of the day that you're least active? Because you could be on a deficit, but the timings of your meals are off. So that's why you also need to factor that in. Then you also look at your metabolic rate. How fast or slow is your metabolic rate? If your metabolic rate is slow, then it means you could be eating healthy, but your body is just burning few calories per kilo of your body weight. So now we look at the components. You could be on a deficit, but what kind of food are you eating? If you're eating simple sugars, refined sugars, regardless of having eating within a deficit, chances are you might not get the value. Then basically you also look at how active you are. Because some people would say, I'm active, I go to the gym, but is it a certain part of the day, or is your activity spread out? And that's why we look at things like monitoring steps for those people who are sedentary. Regardless of going to the gym, the gym is probably just 45 minutes, an hour or two of the day. But you have the rest of the day where you are eating, and you need to make sure your body is able to absorb or burn what it is that you're eating. So that's why it's important to have that sit down with the client. We do the assessment to now figure out the body composition, their hydration levels, their metabolic rates, and then now understand their diet, understand their lifestyle, which is mostly revolves around the nature of the job that they do or how they spend the day, and then now use the report to now make amendments to the two, and then now be able to give them customized that.
So meaning people, they can't use the same program you give someone else?
No, everything needs to be customized.
Okay. There's this thing, because people, they say when they start working out, and when you go to the gym, someone say you need to use supplement. They say, if I use supplement, the steroid, I don't want to do that. I just want to use just a normal food. What's the difference between steroid and supplement?
Steroids and supplements. So supplements here, we say that, in fact, to be specific, it's dietary supplement. So dietary supplement is just basically you're eating food, but it's in a different form. So for people who are not getting enough, let's say you're supposed to be eating in a surplus to add weight. You have a very high metabolic rate where you're burning a lot of calories based on how your body is set up. having a lot of lean and very low body fat, then you're more inclined towards replacing, adding extra meals. But for some people, you're not able to have over 4 or 5 meals comfortably. And maybe depending on your size, if you're 100 kilos going up, your maintenance calories are high, so your diet is not able to match up. And that's where now the supplements come in. You're just trying to have the same protein, same carbohydrates, including the micronutrients, but it's in a different form. So now that is now the supplements. You're just trying to have your food, but it's in a different form. And the supplements usually say, especially for the sports supplements, they're usually nutrient dense. So it's the same nutrients, but in a higher concentration. So now that's dietary supplements for you. It's only that now they come in various types, or I would say I divide them in different categories. There are those supplements that suit people who want to put on weight, for those people who just want to add lean muscle, for those people who want to, focus on performance, and there are those people who want to focus on fat loss, and there are those people who want to focus on wellness, just making sure their micronutrients or the body is just functioning normally, or just boosting their health as well. Now that's now the wellness category. Now when it comes to now the steroids, first steroids, there is the steroids that is used in hospital, the medicinal, the medicinal ones, because even there are some drugs when you buy, you'll be told they have traces of steroids, including gels or lotions that people use, or rather they're prescribed to treat skin conditions. There are some antihistamines that also have traces of steroids, which give the body some level of strength to heal faster. But now when it comes to now the steroids that are used in fitness, where we refer to them as anabolic steroids. So anabolic in the word used, means growth mode. The opposite of anabolic is catabolic. Now that's breakdown. So now this is steroids that are used to enhance growth of muscle. All right. So now people will use the anabolic steroids, of course, to increase or to speed up
the size of muscle.
Yes, your ability to yield that muscle mass. So it's very popular in the West, because you see everything starts from the West as because it's a developed country. In fact, in the West, you find most of these fitness influencers using those steroids so that they're able to have will I say the power to talk to people in regards to fitness. Because if you don't look the part, then what business do you have preaching whatever it is, or influencing people in regards to fitness? So it's only that when it comes to anabolic steroids compared to the supplements, I usually say they are banned. They're not sold over the counter, just unlike supplements. Supplements, you walk into a health shop, you walk into some pharmacies, you find supplements being stocked. But for the anabolic steroids, because they've got advanced side effects or long-term side effects, you might not experience them in the short term, but in the long run, that's why these are usually banned. Some people use them when they are being monitored by doctors who are probably qualified, so they're able to monitor their vitals over time, so which makes them safe for them to use, because there's that close monitoring. But for me, in regards to what I do, I usually discourage people from going that route. Because when people are in the gym, you could just be aiming towards just being fit and healthy. But now when you're using steroids and you're not going to make any, you're not a fitness influencer, you're not a trainer, you're not a bodybuilder, you're not in any sport, then the body that you're trying to make, of what value is it going to give you? So considering now the cons and the advantages and the disadvantages, for me I would say it's not really a good thing when you now start using these banned products.
So the good way, if I'm not competition, I'm not doing for competition, I'm not a bodybuilder, I'm not a coach, I can just use supplement if I'm doing for lifestyle.
Yes. Because now the thing with the steroids, especially the anabolic steroids, they usually boost your testosterone to abnormal levels. Abnormal levels is a level that your body naturally can't elevate to that level. So of course you'll have your peaks in terms of peak strength, peak ability to yield muscle. In fact, even peak libido, libido will also be high. But now that will be sustained for some time. Then once it goes down, usually say it drops drastically. And at that point, how do you get it back? You have to use the same steroid. So you use it again. So once your body starts losing sensitivity, it's not able to now have the same peak with the same product, then it means you need to get something more potent. So you see, at this point now you're on a path that is leading you to destruction. You need something more stronger. So you use something that is stronger, which is now having adverse side effects on your system. And the moment you stop using it, then it means now your body is not able to generate testosterone to that level. So now that's when you start experiencing some side effects like low libido, your sex drive is low, even let's say shrinking of some organs, and basically you tend to reduce your lifespan.
Can I build muscle using supplement?
Sorry?
Can I build muscle using supplement?
Yes, of course. Even with food without supplements, yes, you can. As long as you're eating healthy or as long as you're supplementing the right product.
So if I look at this table, there's supplement here, there's a creatine. So tell us more about this one for supplement.
So these are just some of the supplements, but of course we have a wider variety. And just like I said, we have categories for the supplements. And now the categories will suit people depending on their needs. There are people who want to put on weight. So for the people who want to put on weight, they'll tend towards purchasing the high calorie supplements, which are usually the mass gainers. And then for those people who are in between, they want to put on some muscle size, but they want to have it lean, they'll use a product, the protein shakes that usually have moderate calorie, but most of the calories are coming from protein. So their carbs are low, sugars are low. This is one of the examples of a muscle builder, ones that are lean protein shakes. Then we have people who want to just accelerate their ability to yield muscle and also performance. Now we recommend things like the creatine monohydrate, which is able to now facilitate the body towards drawing more fluids to the muscle, and it's through that the muscle is able to open up better, build a good size, and at the same time boost performance, where you're able to lift more heavy weights, putting pressure on the muscle, making the muscle at least pump up. That's how you add muscle volume. And then now there are things like for those people who just want basically like to tone and condition. Now those ones we recommend them to use things like the amino acids. Like that's one of the examples. This is now made from beef. And then this is made from milk, which is now whey. This is whey and this is made from beef. And then we have people who want to just basically, like you'll find some of the athletes, they are not really interested in how they look, their size, but it's just sheer performance. So now those are the people who are more inclined to use things like pre-workouts. Like this is one of them, where you're able to get some ingredients like caffeine, which gives you that extra alertness and focus. Beta-alanine for giving you that extreme strength and endurance, things like citrulline, L-arginine to accelerate the pumps so that you're able to now lift more or train with better endurance. And then there are people who are like, let's say, on the transition from beginner to intermediate. So they want a pre-workout, but something not very aggressive. Now those are people who could now turn to things like amino energy, which has similar ingredients, but at a lower dose, and then the scoop is usually smaller, which gives you the room to use a scoop or 2 or 3 or 4 as you assess your tolerance level. Yes.
So where can someone come and find you? Where are you located?
So we have a shop in town, which is at Givenchy, and we have our office here. We also have the shop on the outside, on the outside, which is now outside my office. So it's at Valley View Office Park, Parklands. We are next, we're at the first floor, Tower A.
If I'm struggling to lose weight, I'm struggling to gain weight, this is the best place I can come.
All right. Of course, anytime.
Okay. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and I hope guys, everyone learned something. So if you want to reach more, just come to this place and you're going to get everything you need.
Yes, you can also, I think I can get us also on our Instagram page, which is there's Rolling Total Fitness, and there's also Kevin Moore's Fitness. So
Yeah.
because of anything, I would just want to thank you for this good job where where you're trying to reach out to the masses to give them information in regards to this active lifestyle. It's a good job you're doing.
Okay, I really appreciate it because most of people, they don't know exactly what they are doing, because you find somebody wants to supplement and say, is that steroid? They don't have that knowledge. So the best way is to come and reach someone who has experience like you.
Yes.
You've been for this industry for long, and I really appreciate your time and what you do.
Okay.
So yeah, tutafungia hapo.
Thanks.
Shukran.
Karibu sana.